How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be painting up these Bladeguard veterans. These models are a little bit different than the regular Bladeguards. I took some bits from the Age of Sigmar Chaos Warriors, and I replaced their swords with the halberds, and I added the horns to the top of the head. Once I have these guys primed, all I'm doing is I'm dry brushing the whole model with a bit of white. I try to focus more on where the light's going to hit it, but I end up covering the whole model anyway. After I'm done dry brushing, I hit it with just some basic black, focusing more on the pauldrons and the lower legs. The reference I'm going off of is the Iron Drakes. The pictures up right now is the only art I was ever able to find, but if you know of anywhere else, let me know. I really liked how in one of the photos it had gold on the shin plates, and I've kind of taken that and put that on like all my models. Once I was done painting black, I dry brushed the shield greedy gold. Instead of slowly painting it, like little strokes at a time, figured to save myself time, and it actually, I think, turned out pretty nice. Gave it like a nice brass color in the beginning, and then like the more I layered it on, the more gold it got, but I like that weathered brass look on the shield. The idea I had with these guys was trying to make them like a hunting group, which is why you see like the bits of green stuff off on the back. I wanted to try and make that like a fur coat look, and giving them the halberd so they had like reach and stuff like that. Once I was done dry brushing the gold on the shield, I hit the model with some black, trying to be careful and get in the crevices the best I could without hitting the edges, but whatever edges you do hit, you can just go back and fix it up later with some gold. Once that was done, I hit the whole model with a base coat of greenskin, mostly sticking to the upper body's chest and the head and arms and the backpack. As I was making these models, I was kind of thinking, what did I want to call this little squad of Bladeguards? And I liked the idea of calling them the Wild Hunt, playing on that theme of hunting. And I also just finished the book Wolfentime, which was a really good book and is partially the inspiration for my Space Marine chapter. Once I'm done doing the green, I then move on to doing the gold on the shin plates, trying to leave it on a little bit thicker. I also hit the sword and any other parts that I want to be gold. Parts like the vambrace and the halo on his back. While I'm painting everything gold, I also take this time to fix up any mistakes I made on the shield and get the edging gold as well. On this part of the model, I'm hitting any part that I want to use for contrast paint on with white. The dry brushing kind of faded over time, and I didn't like how little white there was on it, so I just decided to hit those a bit stronger with that base coat white. For the pauldron part, I liked doing freehand and kind of started doing this like flame pattern on the pauldron, getting like inspired by like molten weapons people do and all that. And I like to try and challenge myself every time with doing freehanding. I hit the heads and the purity seals with a little bit of white, then hit the model with two different types of contrast paint, Gore-Truna fur and snakebite leather. I really like mixture of the two. I just used some basic red from Army Painter for the wax on the purity seals. I like how the purity seals are flowing in one direction. Makes me think that he's like standing in with the wind blowing. After I'm done with that, I move on to edge highlighting, which I'm still trying to work on myself. I start by using a bright gold on the shield, remembering where I want the light to be. So I'm hitting the right side of the shield and the gold part of the scabbard. and then I hit the whole halo part with the bright gold, which actually makes it pop a little bit more. On this part, I'm just going to show the backpack of the model to show the shading gradients. The image up right now is the paints that I've used for all the green. Going from left to right, you have the base coat of green skin. Then I use Eternal Hunt, probably taking up like 65% of the backpack. And then moving up from that to Wild Hunt and hitting less space with that. Trying to remember that each part that I'm hitting less with paint is supposed to be more direct in the sun and be the brighter section. And the last paint I'm using is Emerald Forest, just hitting it very lightly over the model. If there's any other models or tips or suggestions that you guys want to see painted, let me know in the comments. I'm also thinking about doing more long form videos like this, just kind of talking and chatting about it, and maybe throwing up a live stream every once in a while, just where we can chat and hang out. If you're interested in that, let me know down below. So once I'm done doing the highlighting, I then take two types of contrast paint, a more orange contrast paint, and then a more yellow one. I like to try and do an eye glow if I can on these models. It just, for me, makes it a more unhuman feeling. So in this next part, I'm taking contrast paint and regular paint and trying to make it flames on the polygon. I start with a Storm Fiend contrast blue and then moving up in gradients using a Armament blue and then a light blue and then a white at the very base. And this is how the model turned out. I think it turned out pretty good, but let me know down below. I used only a little bit of wash on the metallic parts on this one, but I have one model where I used a strong wash on the whole model, and you can let me know down below what you think is better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, what you liked, what you disliked, what are things that could be improved upon, and if you'd want to see more videos like this, or if you want to see like a live stream, or if you would like to see other content. I want to make this to be a community where we all have a say. I want you to go out there and make something amazing that you are proud of. Have a good day.